What's up guys, Matt here from Become Elite, and today I'm going to do a cardio workout at the gym. I'm at the gym right now, so I'm about to get ready and do it, and I'll take you guys through the full cardio workout because a ton of you guys have asked for one. So I'm just gonna deliver. So this is the start of Day in the Life episode 11. So for most of my cardio sessions, what I do is high intensity interval training, or HIIT, and I'll talk about the difference between HIIT and low intensity cardio after my workout. I want to get to it. I'm also going to do a back workout today, but I'm just going to show you the cardio workout, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to, without talking that much, I'm just going to go straight into it and show you guys.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is pretty much the extent of my warm-up. I do a little hip flexor stretch, and then I just go right into it. I'm not going at an incredibly fast speed, so I don't really need a huge dynamic warm-up to get ready. I pretty much just hop on the treadmill and bump up the speed to about 10 miles an hour, and I slowly just increase up to it. And then once I get up to the 10 miles an hour, I'm going to be running 4 laps, or a mile. So I run a mile at this speed, which is the same equivalent to a 6-minute mile. And I run this, and as soon as I'm done, I stop and I go back down to a slow jog. And I just do the slow jog for about 200 meters. It's like a minute, just at a very, very slow jog to catch my breath back. And then once that's done, I bump up the speed to about 11 speed, and I run 3 laps at this speed. And the 3 laps, it's a little bit faster, but it's less distance. So after that, after the 3 laps, I come back down to the slow jog, do 200 meters at the slow jog, so very slow, just a minute break, and then once I catch my breath again, I go back up to 11 and a half speed now, and I do 800 meters at this speed. So this is 2 laps basically. I don't know what the mile equivalent is, or I guess half a mile, and I just bust it out again, and then I come back down, slow speed again, catch my breath for about a minute. Once I catch my breath, I go up to a 12 speed, and I just bust out 1 lap, 400 meters, a quarter of a mile, just again as fast as I can. And this will kill your legs. This is called high intensity interval training, and it's much more applicable to game like speeds. And then once I'm done with this, I go back and do another just 200 meters at a very, very slow jog, about a minute, and that's it. And it takes me about 25 minutes maximum to do this entire workout. Here you can see that I just ran about 4.5 kilometers in 21 minutes.
Okay, so if I edit this correctly, what I'm going to do is do a voice over the running, and I'm gonna basically talk about what I do and about cardio, but I don't know how much I'm gonna get into the voiceover about cardio and about what I feel like. But basically, there's two types of cardio. There's low intensity cardio, and then there's high intensity interval training, or HIIT. And so there's benefits and weaknesses to both. And I really think you should add both styles to your training to really get the maximum amount of benefit from cardio. Because if you focus on either one too much, it's not going to be good. Now, if I had to choose between high intensity or low intensity cardio, I would have to choose high intensity cardio because I think it better represents the game fitness. And so the difference between this is low intensity cardio is when you go for a long distance. It doesn't even matter if you think it's high intensity. If you go for any distance longer than about like 2-3 laps around the track, that automatically turns into low intensity cardio no matter how fast you're going, because you can't do 100% speed for longer than 1-2 laps around the field. So automatically, even if you're going as fast as you can for those mile, 2 miles, 3 miles and longer, it's going to be considered low intensity cardio. High intensity cardio is when you do intervals. So it's like wind sprints, like 100-meter sprints, 1 lap, and then you take about a 2-3 minute break, and then you repeat. And now I think this better represents game fitness, because when you are in a game, you don't just run at a constant speed, at a medium speed for the entire game. Most of the time you're either sprinting or you're slowly jogging. And so it's better to do a type of cardio that better represents that. And so that interval training is that it's like you're doing a long sprint really fast, as hard as you can, and then you're jogging. So that kind of replicates running up the field and then jogging around when you don't have the ball, like at a slow speed, and then sprinting back on defense, stuff like that. It better represents the game. And so like what I did today is kind of a mix. I did a mile run at the beginning, and then I did 3 laps, 2 laps, 1 lap. And I also do stuff where I don't go over 100 meters in the distance, and I only do really short distances, but as fast as I can, as high intensity as I can, and I take long breaks. And so I always prefer high intensity interval training because you can push yourself a lot harder, you can get it done a lot quicker, it better replicates the game fitness, and it builds more muscle and fast twitch muscle fibers. Now low intensity cardio, it's still really good because in the game is 90 minutes long. So no matter what, you're gonna need that longer distance endurance. However, with the low intensity, it really doesn't build that fast twitch muscle fibers. It doesn't build more muscle, but it's still, it's good. And I still like to some days go out there and just run 3 miles straight, and you can still get a really good workout in as long as you're pushing yourself, but it's still considered low intensity interval training, even if you're at like a 6-minute pace or like a 7-minute pace. So it's all about going as hard as you can. So that's like my little cardio spiel. I think that both are good, and to implement both those styles, because I always get kids asking me how many miles a day they should run, and it's really not about the miles you should run. It's more about just getting in a good workout and pushing yourself. And a lot of times I kind of, especially for kids, kind of try to push them away from that longer distance stuff, because a lot of kids need to build that fast twitch muscle fibers and build more muscle in their legs and not just work on endurance. And so I think it's more fun to do high intensity interval training because it goes by a lot quicker. You're not just running in a set speed for like 30-40 minutes. So I don't know, that's what I think. I think both styles are great though, so it's just implement both those. All right, what's up guys? I'm at the soccer court right now. What I'm gonna do is really just take you through how I film my YouTube videos, how I film my Instagram videos, and a little behind the scenes. So what I do is I set up my tripod just like this, and I just stand in front of it and I perform the move or the trick that whatever I'm giving you guys a tutorial on, and then once I get a good angle, I pick up the tripod, set it up to a new angle, and then just repeat the same trick, the same tutorial again until I get what I like on camera, move the camera again and get a third angle, and then when I get into my computer, I edit it all up so it looks good. And that's pretty much essentially what I do for these tutorials. Nothing special. And I also, my next point that I want to talk about is that a lot of the times I'm learning a lot of the tricks while I'm doing the tutorial for you guys. Like, not like the dribbling and the shooting, but when it comes to like the Cristiano Ronaldo little flick back heel that I'm going to do today, I've never done it before. And I'm just going to come out here and do rep after rep after rep and slowly learn it. And then I'm going to just repeat and write down that process of how I learned to do it. It should take me anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes, but what I'm going to do is just show you exactly how I learn it and write it down so I can really put down my entire process of learning it so you guys can see. I also hope that you see that, you know, it's nothing special, and a lot of it just really comes from going outside and practicing it over and over again. So, you know, if I can learn it and come out here in 15, 20 minutes, learn the trick, you guys can too. Maybe it might take you a little bit longer, but you can still learn it. All it is just practicing it over and over and over again. And that's just really like any other skill. If you want to learn how to shoot better, if you want to learn how to dribble better, there's no secret, there's no tip. It's just coming out here and doing it, and doing rep after rep and after rep. And the more reps you do and the more training you do, the better you're going to become at it. So many people ask me, you know, what are tips? How do I get better at my shot? How do I dribble better? How do I dribble faster? How do I do this? How do I do that? And the honest to God truth, you just go out and do it. You just go out and train. People, you know, are always looking for that one secret, that one hint. How do I gain more muscle mass? How do I lose fat? How do I come out and shoot harder? You just come out here and you do exactly what you want to get better at. If you want to get your mile time faster, run the mile every single day until it drops down faster. If you want to shoot harder, take 25 shots a day. You know, there's no secret. Everyone wants tips. Everyone wants that one thing that's going to be an easy fix. There are no easy fixes. It's just coming out here and putting in the work. And I hope you guys learn that.
Okay, I'm going to show you every single rep of me learning this. It only really took me, I think, about 5 minutes to get this trick down, but it took me a ton of reps. So here I'm just trying to work on how to flick the ball upwards and behind my body, trying to get down the flick, and it's taken me tons and tons of time, tons of frustration. I'm practicing with different flicking motions. I'm trying to see how I can get it the best way behind my body. I'm just going out there and just trying different methods. And that's really all it is to it. Like, I could say this over and over again, but so many people ask for a tip. How do I do this better? How do I do this trick? It's like I could teach you really how to do it and the steps, but if you want to learn it, you have to go out for yourself. And see, now I'm starting to get the left foot to back heel it, but I can't get clean contact on it. And it's just a progression. You know, I'm first learning how to do the flick, and then I start to learn how to flick it behind me, and now I'm just learning how to flick it and hit it with the left foot. And so now I just need to clean up that flick behind my body and then get clean contact on the ball. And that's just going to take reps until I get it down. And, you know, it's not like a clean process. I was close there, but I wanted better contact on the ball. So it's just process. It's just the full process. That's all it is. And so here's where I start to really get it. And I'm really close now. And there it is. That's where I felt like I really got it. Here's a slow motion of it. Sole on top of the ball, roll back, flick up behind the body, and then switch the legs to hit the left foot to go directly behind you. And I learned it 5 minutes. So the rest of training was really just about filming these Instagram videos, so I'll put together a little highlight video for you right now.
All right, so I just finished the training session. It's been about an hour. This is more just kind of a free form and also like a tutorial based day. So I've moved the camera around a lot. I filmed all of my stuff. But what I like about running Become Elite is that even though I'm doing this and even though I'm filming, I'm still getting in like an hour worth on the ball, and I still have team training later tonight. But the whole the theme around today's training that I want you guys to take away from it is that it's just about, if you want to improve at anything, it's about coming out and doing the work and training at that thing. I'm talking about this because I get so many questions about how can I improve this. And once you learn the basic technique, it's about going out and actually doing it. It's the same way as if you were teaching me how to ride a bike. Let's say I didn't know how to ride a bike at all, and I asked you for tips. You would basically be like, well, you know, you just kind of need to go out and learn it for yourself. You know, you can give me little pointers that you need to stay balanced on the bike, you need to pedal forward and stuff like that, the basic stuff. But for me to really learn it, I need to go out there and do it. And I can ask you a whole bunch of questions like, how do I stay balanced on top of the bike? How do I not fall over? And a lot of it's like, well, you just go out and you learn how to do it. You get it in your muscle memory, you practice enough so that it becomes simple. And that's the same way with soccer. And I really think there's a difference between asking about the technique and learning about the technique about how to do something specific, and then going out there and actually learning it for yourself. You need to do both. That's why I post the videos on YouTube. But for majority of the things, if you want to get better at dribbling, if you want to do anything, if you want to have a better first touch, if you want to have a better pass, if you want to have a stronger shot, anything, you need to come out here and practice that. That's how you get better. The same way you can only really learn how to ride a bike if you go out and you actually practice riding a bike. You can't just sit there and get tips and then all of a sudden know how to ride a bike. You need to go out there and do it for yourself. So that's what I kind of want to center this video, center this training session about, is going out and doing it. And you saw now that I went out and I learned how to do the Cristiano Ronaldo back heel flick thing. And I came out here and I had no idea how to do it. The first couple clips, I couldn't even get the ball behind me on my flick. But I came out and I did probably about, I don't know, 20 to 30 reps of it. And I know I can learn it pretty quickly because I have a really good fundamental base skill already to build up on. But it's the same way with anything, you know, you just got to come out here and give it, you know, an hour, give it an hour and just practice it. And I guarantee you'll learn it. You just need to put in that time. So for this day in the life, that's it. I pretty much wanted just to show you my cardio session, my lifting session, and my training session. I wanted to show you the learning process that I go through, and about how mostly it is just coming out here and putting in the work and putting in the time and practicing. That's what it is. So that's it. I want to keep it short today. That's going to be it for today's day in the life. Hope you enjoyed it. It's actually only about like 9:30 in the morning. I'm going to go home though, eat some lunch, take a nap, and work on Become Elite. You guys have a great day. And as always, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. All right, peace.